Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Q3 FY23 earnings conference call of CG Power and Industrial Solutions Limited, hosted by DAM Capital Advisors Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Bhumika Nair from DAM Capital Advisors. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
Thanks, Ginny. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of DAM Capital, I would like to welcome you to the Q3 FY23 earnings call of CG Power and Industrial Solutions Limited. We have the management today being represented by Mr. N. Srinivasan, Managing Director, Mr. Sushil Todi, CFO, Mr. Ramesh Kumar, President Industrial Division, Mr. Mukul Srivastava, President Power Systems, and Mr. Ranjan Singh, Executive Vice President Railways. I'll now hand over the floor to Mr. Srinivasan for his initial remarks, post which we'll open up the floor for Q&A. Over to you, sir.
So thank you, Bhumika. Let me extend a warm welcome to all of you. Since I have a throat infection, I will request my colleague Sushil Todi to summarize the performance for the Q3. We have already released the press release to the exchange this morning. Thank you. Over to Sushil.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just to start with our sales pitch, Q3 FY22-23 performance. Our YOY sales grew 14% and PBT grew by 70%. All the businesses of the company performed significantly well in the quarter 3 of FY23. It is almost registering a growth of 70% in the PBT. Sales and PBT recorded in the quarter were highest in the recent times. Aggregate sales for the quarter were higher at 1645 crore, recording a growth of 14% YOY and 4% on quarter-on-quarter. PBT was 274 crore, which is coming around 16.6% of the sales in Q3 FY23, as against the 161 crore, 11.1% of the sales in the quarter 3 of FY22. 237 crore, which is 14.9% of the sales in quarter 2 of FY23. Margins were higher on account of better price realizations, higher volumes, favorable product mix, moderation in input cost, and the procurement efficiencies. Our ROC on annualized basis for the quarter 3 was 55%, as against the 42% in the quarter 3 of FY22. During the quarter, we have generated free cash flow of 202 crore. Our order intake for the quarter 3 was rupees 2,219 crore. We grew around 21% of YOY basis. And unexecuted order book as at 31st December 22 was 4,136 crore, 34% higher on a YOY basis. Now we come to the segment performance. Industrial systems. Aggregate sales for the quarter were higher at 1162 crores, recording a growth of 14% of YOY basis and a 6% on a quarter-over-quarter basis. PBIT was rupees 213 crore. It comes to 18.3% of the sales in Q3 FY23, as against the 144 crore, 14.2% of the sales in the quarter 3 of FY22, and rupees 195 crore, 17.8% of the sales in the quarter 2 of FY23. Margins were higher on account of the better price realization, higher volume, favorable product mix, moderation in the input cost, and the procurement efficiencies. Order intake for the quarter 3 for FY23 was 1357 crore. It was to 24% growth of YOY, and unexecuted order book for the industrial system for 31st December 22 was 1824 crore, 17% higher on a YOY basis. Now we come to the power systems. Aggregate sales for the quarter were higher at 484 crore, recording a growth of 13% YOY basis. However, there is a little decrease on a quarter-over-quarter basis, which is around 2% on quarter-over-quarter basis. PBIT was rupees 57 crore, 11.7% of the sales in quarter 3 of FY23, as against the 51 crore, 11.8% of the sales in quarter 3 of FY22, and was rupees 55 crore, 11.2% of the sales in quarter 2 of FY23. Order intake for the quarter 3 of FY23 was 862 crore, 17% growth YOY basis, and unexecuted order book as at 31st December 22 was 2,312 crore, which is 50% higher on YOY basis. Now we come to the consolidated performance. The consolidated results include the performance of the operating subsidiaries based out in USA and Sweden, Germany and the Netherlands, which is drives and automation DAS, and other non-operating subsidiary and the holding subsidiaries. Aggregate sales for the quarter were higher at 1775 crores, recording a growth of 14% YOY and 5% on a quarter-over-quarter basis. PBT was rupees 282 crores, 15.9% of the sales in the quarter 3 of FY23, as against the 174 crores, 11.2% of the sales in the quarter 3 of FY22, and rupees 241 crores, 14.2% of the sales in the quarter 2 of FY23. Unexecuted order book for our Sweden entity, it works out to around 146 crores, which is around 48% higher on YOY basis. Now, the major events in the Q3, we now paid our non-convertible debenture worth of rupees 200 crore. Now, post which the company has become debt-free. The board of directors have also approved a proposal to expand the manufacturing capacity of transformer as it plants in Bhopal and Malanpur with an investment of rupees 126 crores. Unaudited financial statement with the detailed notes are available as a part of the stock exchange filing and the company's website. Between myself and the colleagues, will be happy to answer the questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may please press star and 1 on their touchtone phone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. We have the first question from the line of Sandeep Agarwal from Naredi Investments Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Hello. Thank you for the opportunity. So my first question is, what is our railway business mix in total turnover? And what opportunity we see in recent orders and developments?
So, industrial system mix is around, if you look at, we do every, as I think we have been saying about that, we have 1,000 crore total revenue which is coming from the railway side. So, overall 250 to 300 crore which is coming from the railway business, in the industrial division business.
Okay. And what opportunity you see in recent orders?
Out of the
development.
The railway business part of the industry portion was about 282 crores, and some power business was.
I'm talking what are the opportunities he's talking about?
Opportunities, we had the orders for traction motors, we had the orders for propulsion systems, we had the orders for these electric tower cars, electrics, worth about 453 crores in the last quarter.
Okay. And so my next question is, what is the current tax rate, and when we have to pay normal tax rate?
No, we are at normal tax rate only. We are at current tax is 25%, which we are opting today.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Charanjit Singh from DSP Mutual Fund. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, sir. First of all, congratulations on good set of numbers. So my question is first on the industrial segment margins. So we have seen, second quarter of very strong margin versus what we have seen historically at around more than 17% levels. Can you, tell us how sustainable these are and what has led to this, significant bump up in the margin for the industrial segment? That's my first question.
Yeah. See, what has happened is in quarter 2, there is a sudden rise of the commodities. Okay. So we have also accordingly passed it on to the market. Then we have a couple of orders which we have booked in quarter 2, which were executed in quarter 3. When quarter 3, the commodities have softened. So that is one advantage we had, and also little bit of a product mix in looking at the long-term sustainability. We had changed a little bit of a product mix, so that also added to this margins.
So, depending on this, better product mix based on new products which we added. So what could be the sustainable margins which you could see on the industrial segment?
So I don't think so that we can give any guidance about the margin, but it's, that the margins of mix of many things, about the what kind of orders we have in the quarter four, what we are going to execute and going forward. But always we keep on saying that these margins are coming because of many reasons, as explained by Mr. Ramesh, softening of the commodity prices, product mix and all those things. But whether these margins are sustainable or not, even, we always keep saying that couple of percentage here and there could be, so that's the way we have been telling so far.
Okay, sir. Sir, on the industrial motors front, if you could highlight, how is the overall market momentum right now? And going forward in Q4 and, in the subsequent next financial year, how do you see the market growth rate and subsequently the growth rate for our industrial motors business?
Generally, we follow the EMA data for understanding what is the market growth. But, quarter three data is yet to publish. They are not yet published. But definitely because of the, this sudden increase in the prices, quarter two, there was a flat, almost flat. But quarter three, we are yet to wait. We are waiting for the results to come. But internally, we have done much better than quarter two. Our growths are much better than quarter two in volume-wise.
Okay. So lastly, on the railway side, earlier we had highlighted that we will be doing, some technology tie-ups and participating in some of these large tenders. If you can touch upon, the status of those, tie-ups and the timelines for these large tenders of Vande Bharat and others which are in the pipeline. That's my last question.
I think we had explained earlier also that we have been working on trying to have the tie-ups, but the timeline was very short in terms of the tendering times, so it was not possible for us to participate. We had explained that we would wait for anybody who wins and then we'll try to associate with them for being a supplier for them if it is a win-win situation for both of us. While our endeavor for having a partnership with another technology partner for any future tender that would come would be continuing.
Okay, sir. That's all from my side. Thanks for taking my questions.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Renu Baid from IIFL Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening team and congratulations for a very strong performance this quarter. My first question is, can you throw some inputs in terms of qualitative inputs in terms of the demand drivers and demand outlook, both for industrial as well as for power systems? And have you seen any ease in the relative competitive environment, or the market looks equally tight in today's perspective? So which are the key end markets driving growth, key customer ends which have been helping strong growth and inflows and execution?
See, generally, most of the core industries like cement and pharma to some extent, and the infrastructure, especially, and this year because of the good rains and ethanol demand, so even the sugar and ethanol, so all these sectors are doing very well. And except for a little bit on steel, which is flat or maybe slightly growing, but otherwise most of these industries are doing well. So we anticipate that going forward, the growth or the demand will be better.
Right. And between the LT and the HT, how has the market been now that capex across manufacturing sector is seeing quite a bit of activity? Have you seen the demand for HT motors seeing growth coming back? And on the relative scale, how is now CG positioned in this space?
HT, yes, obviously HT is doing the growth-wise and even in our order intake-wise, HT is doing much better. That always happens. HT being a long, the delivery times. Generally, any capex, the first finalization will be HT, then the LT will come. Say, for example, whatever cement industry expansion is going on, they will finalize the orders along with their power equipment, the HT motors first. Then maybe after 6 months, the LT will follow. So since the HT is good, hoping that LT also will follow in the same group. But HT is much better, I can say.
Okay. So second, can you share some updates on the B2C, the consumer business, which we had kick-started last year, progress in terms of fans and for pumps portfolio or other products which were launched? So some color or shade in terms of where are we in terms of investment and distribution, product reach, etc.
So the two products which we have launched, pumps and fans, and we are definitely doing slightly better than what we anticipated. And there is a little bit, overall consumer itself is a little bit down trend. If you see the overall fan industry is not doing well for last 2 quarters. Quarter 1 was very good of this year. Quarter 2 and quarter 3 has been very, very low. That is because of 2 reasons. One is the overall market itself is consumer buying itself is low. The second one is even the stocking has been gone down because from 1st January the star rating is implemented in fan. So the stocks, people are not stocked very big stocks for the coming season. So obviously we are hoping that the star establishment will happen, star rating establishment will happen this quarter. So the first quarter of next year should be much better.
Got it. And in the industrial segment, just coming back to the previous question, you had mentioned that quite a few new products were launched to help improve the long-term profitability of the segment. So any comments to elaborate on this? What type of product ranges? Either was it rating range or new SKUs were being looked at?
See, we are focusing more and more on energy efficient products. So initially it was IE2, now we are moving towards IE3, and also we have developed the complete range of IE4 for both hazardous and non-hazardous. So, and also we are focusing on the alternator business, which was not doing well earlier. So now it is slightly retail, genset demand is increasing. So there also we have done quite a bit on the new product development for both the sustainability of our and to be a more cost competitive in the market. So that's how we are focusing on this business especially.
Sure. And one last question on the power segment. The capex of 126 crores which has been announced, these are largely on power transformers, distribution. Any specific color that we can share? What type of transformer range, power distribution, and what is the kind of capacity expansion that we are targeting from this? Thank you.
Mukul, you can answer this.
Right. See, this is to expand our existing range of the products. We already make the entire range of power transformers and distribution transformers going from 11 kV right up to 75 kV. The demand is growing, so we also want to increase our capacity in the power transformer factory at Bhopal from 17,000 MVA to 25,000 MVA, and in Gwalior from 6,900 to 9,100 MVA.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may please press star and 1 now. We have the next question from the line of Mahesh Bendre from LIC Mutual Funds. Please go ahead.
Hi sir, thank you so much for the opportunity. Sir, what was the contribution from fan and the pump business in the last 9 months to our sales, standalone sales?
No, it is it's not very significant, sir. So we are not disclosing these numbers separately as of now. So once that numbers are reportable, then we start reporting separately.
It will be less than 5%?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And sir, secondly, you said that the railway business was 282 crores. This was for 3 months or 9 months?
3 months. This is for 3 months.
Okay, and what will be the contribution for 9 months?
So you multiply by 3, it's around 830 crores.
Okay, sure. And sir, we are at the fag end of this financial year now. I mean, we have grown, both businesses have grown in the last 9 months. So what is the outlook for next 2 years for our business?
So Mike, see, this is actually a earnings call for this quarter. How do you expect us to answer this question?
Sorry, come again.
Outlook is good. Outlook is good. That's all I can say. This is an earnings call for Q3.
Yes. No, I was just hoping we were in the month of January. So I'm just thinking that...
outlook is good, sir.
So we see a very good outlook, sir. No issue about the outlook side.
So in terms of, we have two businesses like industrial and power. So where do you think the growth prospects are much better in terms of growth?
Good. So I think, we generally don't give any guidance. We don't give any guidance. But both the businesses will grow in double digits. I can definitely say that.
For next year?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Rahul Kachari from Haitong Securities India Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, sir. Thanks for the opportunity and congratulations for very good performance in the third quarter. I've got two questions. Building on the earlier question on transformer capacity at Bhopal and Malanpur. Given that you are specifically expanding this capacity, what is the thought on getting back to the export market? So any thought of adding capacity on the coast so as to cater to the export market? That's the first question.
So right now the domestic demand is strong, so we want to cater to the domestic demand first.
Okay. Sir, and what would be the capacity utilization of your transformer factories right now?
So it's around 65% for both put together for our power transformer and the distribution transformer.
Okay. So my second question is on the EV side. Is there any traction on tie-up for the EVs with auto players, or what is the movement on that particular part of the business?
One question. EV. No, nothing has been tied up so far. If there is anything tied up, you would have reported, no?
Sure. Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Harshit Patel from Equirus Securities. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, sir. So my first question is on our power segment. You have previously mentioned that you were working on developing the 400 kilovolt GIS. So could you share any update on the same? And also, by when you think we will be able to see commercialization of this product line?
So Mukul, sir.
Yes, sir. See, we have started our work on this last year, and on a complete GIS, there are almost 10 major components like disconnector switches, mechanisms, bus bars, all that part we have to develop. So we are in the process of developing first two components of this, and this will take another 2 years' time. So hopefully by the end of FY25 or in the beginning of FY26, we should be able to commercialize this.
Sure. So this will be up to 400 kV, right? There will be still some time to go before we reach 765 kV, right?
See, 765 kV substations are far less. I think most of the investment is happening in the 400 kV, up to the 7 kV range. So we already make the GIS up to 45 kV. Only the 400 kV per se is the missing link which we are trying to cover. 765 kV as done is wise.
Sure. So just a follow-up to that, in terms of overall HV switchgear market right now, what would be the split between AIS and GIS at the industry level? I'm not asking for our split, but what would be that at the industry level?
The split will be approximately. There are no published numbers for this, but approximately you can say that the split is between 70 and 30. 70 towards AIS and 30 towards GIS.
Sure. My second question would be on our industrial system. Since you have already elaborated quite a lot on the railways business, if you can just give the order intake number for the railways business for the first 9 months, that will be very helpful. And this 830 crores number that you have mentioned, is it entirely booked in the industrial systems, or there will be some portion of power systems as well into that? That will be my last question.
830 was part of the industrial business. And as far as the order intake is concerned, the cumulative order intake is about 900 crores.
So, and what would be the revenue portion in the power systems business for railway?
So that is approximately around 20 crore every quarter.
Okay, understood. Thank you very much.
Sorry, 80 crore every quarter. Sorry, 80 crore.
It will be around 240 crores by this time.
Right, yeah.
Okay, understood, sir. Thank you very much for answering the question.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Dhavan Shah from Alpha Accurate Advisors. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity, sir. So I have a question on the railway side for the industry business. So you mentioned the order inflow for roughly 900 crores for the 9 months. So can you mention the order backlog from railway as on third quarter?
It would be in the range of about 950.
950. Okay. And in terms of the HT and LT, would it be possible to share the breakup of the revenues, order inflow, and order backlog for this third quarter in the 9 months?
That we don't give a state of this. So.
Okay. And the last one is on the capacity-wise. I think capacity utilization-wise for the power business, you mentioned the 65% utilization, right?
Yes.
That is transformer.
That is only for the power transformer and the distribution transformer.
Got it. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Sanjay Kumar from iThought.PMS. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. My only question was on the capacity expansion. So the distribution, we're adding 3,000 MVA. Is it specific to solar inverter transformer, or is it for traction transformers, or is the capacity kind of fungible so that we can cater to any kind of demand that comes up?
It is for all types actually. We already make the inverter transformer, that is IDT, for the solar segment. I mean, they all come in the range of we call it the low power transformers from 10 MVA to 50 MVA. So this is the capacity expansion for all types of transformers.
Okay, and how is the outlook for solar given the government's focus on renewables, and we might even be adding 20 gigawatts or 30 gigawatts of solar power every year going forward? So is that capacity enough to for us to supply?
See, as you have rightly said that the outlook is good. There are so many things coming, and definitely we are constantly monitoring our capacity with the demand in the market. And in coming time, if required, we will further expand our capacity.
Okay, sir. Thank you. That's it for me.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Vikas Srivastava from RBC Financial Services. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I apologize if this question has been asked before. Just wanted to know, get a flavor of how the consumer product, what are the markets you've entered, what are the products you have launched, and how do you look at it in the next 2-3 years, the consumer products?
No, we cannot share so much details. We have entered into only 2 products as of now, but beyond that we cannot share these details.
Okay, so absolutely, regions, size of the market, where do you see it 2-3 years, anything at all which you are willing to share, just to get a flavor to the investors as to where we are headed on this. And I understand for business reasons you can't talk much, but whatever you can, if you can, whatever your business compulsions permit you to.
So for next 3 to 5 years, we are looking for at least 4-digit numbers. So this is the way we can talk.
Yeah, sure.
This is the maximum we can say.
We're looking at a 4-digit turnover in the next 3 to 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Amit Mahawar from Mumbai. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, sir. This is Amit from UBS. So I just have 2 quick questions. First, on the power portfolio. Am I right in understanding that the capacity expansions in the export target should help the company beyond FY24 only in terms of export revenues for power product and not before that? That's the first question.
See, this capacity for the transformer capacity is for the monthly transformer. We have 7 degree of exports even today from both our factory at Delhi as well as Bhopal. Going further, as explained earlier, we are focusing primarily first on domestic demand, and as and when the opportunity arises, we will also keep looking at exports.
Okay. And maybe second question on the industrial side. So in the current portfolio, how should we think about the export business again on the LT Motors side? And if you can also throw some light on what is the mix of LT and HT in terms of exports that we do, or largely these are LT Motors that we export.
So far, largely it is the LT Motors only, we have said in the last meeting, last call, we're going for an expansion, basically for meeting the local demand as well as because we have not been much focusing on the export. So now we will be focusing more on the export also.
Fair point.
Largely on the LT Motors.
LT Motors, fair point, very helpful. Maybe the last quick question. On the entire power portfolio, if we assume around 140-150 billion worth of annual equipment market, for the next 5 to 6 years, if almost a third of that goes in maybe HVDC or RE-based product portfolio, which is FACT, SPC, etc., where we are relatively not present, can I assume that roughly 60 to 70% of the annual 140 billion market is the addressable market for CG? That's my last question. Thank you.
Yes, you are right.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Jitendra Shriram from Baroda BNP Paribas Mutual Fund. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening. I just wanted to understand one thing from a capability standpoint. When you are mapping out your capabilities for a 3 to 5 year time frame, if you look at capex heavy sectors like railways, renewables, all that which is very active, or industry 4.0 and stuff, where would you think that you need to add some ammunition going forward, current transformers or IGBT compensators, or what exactly would be the areas of focus going forward?
It's a very, very generic question. See, in motors, I don't think we have anything to be added excepting for technology for EV. If we want to serve the EV segment, we need some technology there. That is one. As far as railways are concerned, the products which we are doing, we continue to do. There is absolutely no problem. In projects, big projects like Vande Bharat or other the locomotives, etc., if you want to enter, we have to join with consortium with some players. There is some. Similarly, on the signaling side, like TCAS, etc., we need to acquire the technology. These are the areas in which we require as far as railways is concerned. And power is concerned, the whatever demand that is expected in the next 3 to 5 years, I think we have the capability to manufacture and service the market.
Okay. And also, if you could just talk about what exactly do you cater to on your automation side? What areas do you currently have products slate available in?
So this is not something which we are doing in India. Our overseas subsidiary, the drives and automation subsidiary, is actually servicing some of the customers in Europe and elsewhere. They have specific applications for many industries, water, wastewater, irrigation, then energy efficiency, material handling. So right now, even they are getting into electrolysis. So like that, there's nothing is operational in India.
Fair enough. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to all the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may please press star and 1 now. We have the next question That is a follow-up question from the line of Mahesh Bendre from LIC Mutual Fund. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Just a follow-up question. You said railway business is around 830 crores for 9 months.
Yes.
And that is, included in the industrial business, right? Or
Yes.
it is included in power business?
No, it is included in the industrial system.
And sir, what was this number for last 9 months?
That is what it
830 crore. That is what we have been.
That is what we explained. And the balance part it was told, it is also 200 odd crores, which is also in power. And since it is mixed in both industry and power, we don't declare it separately.
Okay, so 846 crores for this 9 months, and previous for 9 months, what will that number?
That would be about 700.
Okay. Sure. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Mayank Chaturvedi from Equirus Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening, team. Thank you for the opportunity. So my first question is on the industrial system side, on the HT motors. You said that the order intake-wise, the volumes that you are getting are very good. So I just wanted to ask if this is a result of any technology upgradation that you have taken in, because as far as I understand, there was some product gap that we had with our immediate competitor. So any movement on that front, on plugging the product gap?
No, it is basically the market is doing very well. And also, if you notice that, a couple of years back, we have a separate plant for HT motors. So we have increased the capacity in 2019. So that is why we are now utilizing that capacity, what we have built that time.
Okay. So we are trumping all the new competitors that we're seeing in the market as well. So we are seeing Nitec, WEG, Teco going very aggressive. So even no challenges from that front as well then?
They have been there. In HT, there are more than 11 competitors. So they have been there for quite some time now. So.
Okay, got it, sir. So secondly, on the power system side, can you give us a split between the revenue split between transformers and high voltage switchgears for the first 9 months?
No, we don't split that number, so it's a combined number for both the transformer and the switchgears. But the ratio remains between 45%. So that is usually the breakup.
So 45 transformers and 55 switchgears.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I'll get back in the queue.
Thank you. Participants who want to ask a question may please press star and 1 now. We have the next question from the line of Dhavan Shah from Alpha Accurate Advisors. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so just the last one on the capacity wise. So would it be possible to share the capacity and the utilization number for an HT motor?
It's 80-85%.
And the capacity internal number or anything like that?
No, we don't do the reporting this number, but our utilization is today stand around 80-85%.
80-85%. Okay. And you mentioned that we increased the capacity for HT motors. So how much expansion was that versus the base number? Internally, percentage-wise also, that is fine.
That was done in 2019. That is what our Mr. Ramesh Kumar is talking about.
Yeah, I said earlier we used to manufacture railway and industrial motors in one plant. So we have separated that plant and we got more capacity. That is what I mentioned. That was done in 2019. Okay. Thereafter, market was not good. Now the market is good. So we are taking the advantage.
Okay. Got it. Thanks.
Thank you. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may please press star and 1 now. We have the next question from the line of Amit Anwani from Prabhudas Lilladher Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thanks for taking my question. So would like to understand your market positioning. Are we gaining market share in each of the verticals, including transformers, switchgears, and LTHT motors, and any numbers if you would like to share?
No, we are gradually increasing our market share. So with motors, we are at around 33-34%. In transformer, we are less than double digit, but what we were there 1 year or 1.5 years before, now definitely the market share has gone up.
Right. And so my second question is with respect to transformer, and if you would like to share on the competitive intensity there between us and the nearest competitors with respect to, pricing and products, anything which is, impacting the market or making the market for transformers?
Mukul sir?
If I understood your clear question, the question is about the competitive edge we have got over the competitors. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, we are a player with large experience and good teams in manufacturing. But we know that transformers are standard items specified by various utilities. So normally all of us have to meet these specifications and quote in a tender. So generally these standard items will not have a very distinct advantage with anybody. It is the manufacturing efficiency and what features we can additionally add. So that we constantly keep working and keep updating ourselves.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Janak Kumar H from JLS Capital. Please go ahead.
Thanks, sir, for the stellar QC performance. My question is, when do we propose to restart the lighting division, consumer lighting division?
It will take some time. No decision has been taken. It has been decided by the board first, it has been cleared by the board, so we can't say anything. There are not some immediate plans now.
Because Sir, Crompton Greaves was one of the leaders in consumer lighting division. So, like especially in LED lighting. So better would be earlier, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your suggestion.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
You too.
As that was the last question for today, I would now like to hand the conference over to Ms. Bhumika Nair for closing comments. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to host the call, sir, and wishing you all the very best. Any closing remarks from your side, sir?
No, I think nothing special.
Thank you for all the participants who joined this call. Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of DAM Capital Advisors Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.